Hello and welcome to AntipoDnD. Again, sorry for missing the episode last week. More health issues on my part. I think I'm better and will be for a while. I promise this is a weekly show. It will be a weekly show. We're making it happen. So, welcome to AntipoDnD. It's where a bunch of Aussies play a game of Dungeons and Dragons in a setting partly inspired by prehistoric Australia and New Zealand. I'm David. I am again joined by Kynwyn, Doug, April, and Zindy, or Zinthings. And this is our show, so we're going to get straight into it. Well said.
Perfect.
So, last fortnight, we finished with the players having decided that they need to make their way to Mira's Reach, where they might find the source of this strange condition that is currently afflicting them, where they seem to, as a quartet, they seem to be sharing splinters of someone's soul. A mage from the Jin Alt Empire from before the Cataclysm over 800 years ago. So our heroes had just acquired a map from Master Cartographer Zoot himself after some masterful haggling, which didn't go quite as planned. And they are now standing outside the cartographer's shop in Arena Square in the city-state of Providence. So, adventurers, is there anything you want to take care of in Providence before you head out?
Do we need to rest?
I think we're rested. Were we rested at the beginning of the last?
Did we rest? Why have I still got 9 out of 14?
Wait, no.
I got
we got
conked
our-
on the head.
Yeah, you got conked on the head. We did rent some rooms, but we have not used them.
We've
yet.
not used
Yeah.
them.
I don't have much familiarity. Yeah.
You rested after the incident, and then woke, and you did take a little bit of damage during the day because you split the party and it had consequences.
Seriously, masterful. Don't split the party mechanic. I'm just like, do approve.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we should nap.
And it's currently about 1:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
One day. I need to go back to the academy, which means you'll have to come with me.
Oh,
Wonderful. Well, I would be happy to assist, but we should also go and check on Mulric down at the docks to make sure that he's okay, that he's got a new job on a new ship.
he did sort of disappear.
I'm sorry, how is that related to our issue? Well, a lot
We
of
dragged
dogs in this town.
We dragged that man out of the water and saved his life. The least we could do is go down to the docks and see how he's doing.
Oh yeah, if he has a new job, he might be grateful for his
Yeah.
life.
I have business related to the issue that is afflicting us, and you want to go check on the guy we pulled out of the water.
Well,
Yes.
we can go to the academy first, but we should go down to the docks at some point.
Oh, I wish we could just split up. Wouldn't that be fun?
Wouldn't that be great? But, alas, we are stuck together for now, so
You
this
can
is-
certainly try.
Do you have the? Do you have
Oh
the?
Lord, the boys.
Do you have the map that's Providence? Can we see that?
Yeah, let's switch over to that.
I just wanted to see what was what's
I
close
think-
to what.
I think they're literally at opposite ends of the city.
Yeah, I'm trying to where are we, and is there something like on the way, or what's closer?
There you go.
Okay. So we were at Zoot.
Which is up here in Arena Square.
Okay. Just reading, and the docks are number 1,
That's right.
and yeah, the academy is literally over there. Okay, cool.
Let's swing by the academy, and then we can swing by the docks.
I'm fine with that, but you're gonna have to wait outside.
Too embarrassing to take in a second time.
Well,
Look, I do have a genuine reason, but also that.
I would have accepted the first reason.
If we're going to wait outside, why don't we run some experiments and see just how far away from each other we can get?
All right, I'm fine.
Do you remember that headache you had last time?
Yeah,
As
but
the
I had
only
a healing
person
potion,
who was
so I'm
healed.
How we remember how far away we were like a significant distance away from each other, right? Like
Not far enough that he can go to the docks, though.
no. I know that, but like we do have a vague idea of how far apart we can get before we get the brass strap snap, right?
Yeah, you made it to... Distance-wise, it's roughly where the number 9 is compared to the academy.
Okay, so not an insignificant amount of space.
Okay.
What's that? The civic
So-
district.
If you're in a small town, for example, you could probably wander around the town freely. But Providence is a fairly large city.
Well, I don't know if there's any taverns or anything in the civic district, but you're welcome to hang around there while I go to the academy.
Actually, yeah, we
One
can go
did
to
say
the
something
Unibar.
about the Unibar. Yeah.
Yes, Morsad, you do remember that there is a slightly posh-looking tavern, which is probably where the student mages will be hanging out.
And that will be full of, yes, students.
Yeah.
So we can use Lord Lichtenbrand's name to get in and get free drinks. It'll be great.
You're one of those people that goes to schoolies, even though it was like 4 years ago, aren't you?
Yeah, you're way too old to be there.
Anyway. It's alright though, no, Unibar sounds good, and that is probably, yeah, easily close enough that we can go and do that while Aussie is Aussieing.
Excellent.
I'm fine with that.
Let's make this a 2-tavern day.
Please don't use my name in vain.
Okay,
Of course.
so Aussie, you head back to the academy. The rest of you, on your way, you pass this tavern, which has sort of some nice sort of wooden trellises with vines growing all over them out the front. It looks like a rather nice place, and it's got outdoor seating under the shade of the vines.
Yeah, they got a beer garden.
Yeah, it looks like a fairly nice, comfortable place. So
On my list, visit there before we leave.
the 3 of you are hanging there. Aussie, let's deal with you, and then we'll jump back to these other 3.
Still laughing at schoolies. Clearly like 30 years old.
I think do they call them toolies when you?
Toolies,
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as also as you walk into the through the academy, you can see that they've started boarding up the damage that was done to the admin building, and yeah. Otherwise, it looks like it's more or less back to business as usual. You've still got a few people sort of looking around, pointing up at the damage, and sort of there's a bit of gossip going around. Ooh, what happened, and so forth. But it feels like they're trying to get back into the swing of things. You get the impression from the way how it's being treated that the most serious thing that came out of it was the damage to property and whatever happened to you four. It looks like nobody else was badly injured.
Okay. Make a note. While I'm walking, can I please speak to Zaraso? She's there. Zaraso, are you there?
Yes, hello.
I have a question.
Good. Questions are good.
Now, they are. Can I speak to you without everyone hearing your answer?
Oh, why would you want that? Do you want that?
I mean,
I
for
think
the
we
same
can.
reason. No, for the same reason you didn't want to tell us everything that Emperor Zune told you. I have my own business to attend to. That doesn't have anything to do with the others.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So the rest of you have heard Zeras's end of this conversation, and then you hear nothing else from her. And they go on to say, okay, I think only you can hear me now. That's how this works, I think.
Good. I'm going to have to take your word for it.
You could just think and see if any of us respond. Vinny wouldn't. Morzod probably would, and you'd regret it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of an insult I could say to Vatericus, but he doesn't easily take the bait.
There's Dagmar, you hear a voice in your head say, "Dwarf girl, this is a test. Test. yell, I don't know, constructs are great.
Constructs are great, and I'm really uncomfortable.
What?
Ah,
And then all four of you hear, it works! And then the rest of you hear nothing from Zurasa again, and it goes back to Aussie. Okay, it's working.
Good. So I guess I'm making my. Where would I find out who I need to speak to? Would I go back to the admin building, or it's like totally boarded up right now?
No, it's only the damaged part that's boarded up. So yes, you could go in, find the receptionist.
Reception. Did she have a name? I feel like they did, right? I forget.
I do not remember.
It's fine.
The receptionist isn't the same as the tired elf girl.
No, that
No,
was...
no,
I feel so bad.
no. I think
That was
I hope the tired elf girl is napping somewhere now.
Yes.
She's at the uni bar, hopefully.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go into the admin building and just be like, "Oh, anyone here?"
Yes, there's someone in reception who says, "Yes, hello, can I help you?" This one is a gnome. Possibly male, possibly female, you're not really sure.
You wouldn't happen to know if the coordinator's here at all, do you?
The coordinator. Yes. Oh, yes, of course. You wear your badge openly, don't you? Yeah. So
Yes.
no problem there. Yeah. So, oh yes. Well, if you go to the library building, you're looking for Izad Zodel.
Izard Zodel. Wonderful, thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure.
And I head off towards the library, which I have been to before, so hopefully I don't get lost.
Yep. And to speed things up a bit, once you get to the library, you can ask around a bit, and you find Izad. He is a tall man, muscular, ebony black skin, bald head. Is wearing academy robes, the robes of a master. So a high level wizard who teaches at the academy. He's also wearing you can see he's proudly wearing a holy symbol of Desmina around his as on an amulet around his neck.
Okay. Master Zodel.
Yes. Graduate, yes?
Yes, Aussie, Lichtenbraun. I'm
Aussie.
Sure you've heard of... Yes.
Oh, Aussie Lichtenbrand. Welcome to Providence. Good to see you here.
Yes, finally.
How was your journey?
Horrible, thank you for asking.
Okay.
We got attacked by the Titan of Gemodan, so...
Oh. Wow. That is impressive.
Yeah, I have some questions about that, perhaps for Archmage Shakar, but later. I'm kind of here on the thing. Can we talk in private?
Yes, certainly. Yeah, come with me. Come to my office. And he leads you to a private office, where it's a room, just the two of you. You've got desk. You've got a few books with a few bookshelves with covered in books and scrolls and all sorts of things. You can see it's got a few maps laid out as well. One of which you can see is pretty much identical to the map that you just bought of the eastern province of Keldrith. You can also see a much larger map of the Wandering Isles as a whole.
Okay.
So, what can I help you with, Master Lichtenbrand?
Right. So I just came back from speaking with the only member of the society here. It's pretty shabby in Providence, but I have information about the explosion and some of the artifacts you've recently uncovered in the dig.
You believe these are related?
Yes, I do. That cube that you thought was a paperweight was actually a soul transfer, like an animance's soul transfer tube.
You can see his eyes just go wide and his face drops. By the gods. We were just storing a soul vessel
Mhm.
in... Oh, by the gods.
Yeah, I don't really know how it got past magical detection. I honestly don't know that much about animancy.
Well,
It caused the explosion, essentially. Now, the soul that was in that cube is now partially in me, which isn't great.
partially in you.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it couldn't entirely be in you, otherwise you wouldn't be you. But does that mean it's partially elsewhere?
Yeah, do you remember those 3 other clods I've been traveling with?
Oh no, it's shared among all of you.
It sure is.
You have a blended soul.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great.
Oh dear.
Like
And it's our responsibility. Oh, I will definitely... the Archmage definitely needs to know about this. I am so sorry that this has been your introduction to this city. This was definitely not what we had planned for you.
No, it's fine. It's not fine, but for now it's fine.
We are going to have to see what we can do about reversing this. Unfortunately, we have very little expertise in animancy, since it is largely a forbidden school of magic here.
Yes, exactly. Well, so the soul can talk to all of us. Right now she's pretty quiet, but her name is Zarasa. She's an animancer from the Genoltan Empire. Have you ever
Hello!
heard? They can't hear you, Zarasa.
Oh, yes. Hello, say hello for me.
She says hello.
Hello, Zurasa. Hello.
She said hi.
This is adorable. Well,
Look, anyway, we got information from Zarasa? I don't even remember. About her lab. That is at Mirror's Edge. Is that the dig? That's the Genoltan dig that you've been working on, right?
You mean Mirror's Reach?
Mirror's Reach, sorry, not Mirror's Edge.
I feel
Great
like
game.
Mirror's Edge was a board game I played once.
Really good one.
An excellent one, yes.
Fun, yes.
Yes, we do have a dig out at Mirror's Reach. Well, when I say we, I mean the Society, though we do have one of our own there at the moment, helping with identification and classification. It is a Ginault dig. Ruins of what we believe is a capital building from the Ginault Empire. We're still having some trouble identifying it.
Zarasa, does any of this spark a memory or...
Zerasa says, oh yeah, I was in the Royal Palace, so they must have found the Royal Palace.
She says that you might have found the Royal Palace.
Really? We should probably put more security on it then.
Absolutely. You wouldn't, are there any collectors in the area, do you know?
Very likely. Certainly, our representative there has given us a few notes about attempts to sneak into the ruins at night. We've actually had to... last we heard, they had to start locking it down when they weren't around because they're worried about people sneaking in. Apparently, there are also some traps down there that need dealing with.
Right. I mean, yeah. I don't really know what to do going forward. Our best bet is to take Zarasa with us. I can't get particularly far away from my other companions? That's what I call them.
That would be part of the soul blending, I'd imagine. It's not something I've personally had experience with, but I have done some research. Here, come over here. And he ushers you over to the window and points you out. And because you're on the sort of northern side of the building, you can just see, if you turn your head, you can see the Panopticon, which is a very tall building on the top of the outcrop of rock. It's the tallest building in the city, and above it you can see the glowing blue crystal suspended up there. And Izzard says, see that crystal up there? It currently houses the power of the goddess Desmina. Before she freed the slaves of this city, that was the world's largest soul vessel.
Oh, that's a soul vessel.
It was. The ascendancy of Tarth used it, that they captured souls and used the power to fuel their own magics here. So, what little, most of the research they left when they were overthrown was destroyed or is incomprehensible. I've read through what I can, but we've gone, as you understand, we've gone out of our way to make sure that what they did here could not be recreated, because our best understanding is that they were constantly torturing thousands of souls for the operation of their magics, including the airships, which are now powered by Dismena's grace rather than the souls of the dead.
That does sound like something they would do.
Yes.
But, is there any other writings? There's nothing left about this stuff, this soul blending, anything?
I've told you pretty much all I've been able to glean myself. My understanding is that if a being is soul blended, it cannot last. A soul cannot abide company within the same vessel. It is therefore, I don't know what kind of time frame we'd be looking at, but I recommend, if this Zurasa can help you reverse this condition, I recommend you do it as quickly as possible. Otherwise, your condition might worsen over time.
Right. About that, I mean, Zurasa's soul also has to go somewhere. Like, what makes a soul vessel? Can we use anything? I mean, I take out the cube that I have and hand it over to him, the pyrite cube.
As he's looking at it, you hear Zurasa say, "Oh, I've got more of those in the lab.
Oh,
We had about 5 or 6. The first 2 broke because I was still learning how to do it, but we've got a few more. So, assuming everything's still intact, I mean, I don't know where they found the one with me in it, but it wasn't in the same place as the other ones. So if they haven't dug it up, hopefully the other ones might still be there."
Right. She says that she has more of these, perhaps in the lab, her lab. But I suppose you haven't come across any of other of these soul vessels, have you? Been dug up?
He goes to one of the shelves and starts. It takes out looked like a ledger, goes through and basically goes through everything that's been written down there. It looks like he's found a list of artifacts so far that have been recovered from the dig and brought back here, and he goes, no, just the one pyrite cube paperweight as it is written down here.
Yes.
And I can see who signed off on that. I will be having a word with them.
Good.
Beyond that, it's just writings, a few... so far it's mostly just writings. They have chosen not to remove anything considered potentially dangerous at this point. Yes, I know.
Hindsight's 20/20, isn't it?
Yes, well, the dig itself is still in fairly early days.
Okay, let's see if there's anything else I had to tell you. I don't believe so. I suppose our best bet is just to go to Mirror's Reach and see for ourselves. Oh,
Yes.
Actually, while I do have Zurasa with me, there's potential that we can make some headway on learning Ancient Xenoltan. She can read it.
Oh, that would be most interesting, yes. I would not ask, however, I'd ask that you do not risk your own health for the sake of discovery. I understand the temptation can be great in our line of work, but put your own health first. Let's get you sorted out.
Luckily, I'm not really a linguist, more of a student of archaeology. But I will ask her to at least write down some major points of a language. I will be writing a letter to Darkasar back in Talraj with perhaps I don't know what the equivalent of this world would be, like a Rosetta Stone. Yeah. We're making the Rosetta Stone.
Yes.
Translation guide.
Guide. That's
my brain's not coming up with a witty alternative to Rosetta at the moment. So
an Aussie stone paper.
Wouldn't it be like an Aussie stone?
Like a Rosetta
Aussie
stone.
it will be an Aussie stone.
Wonderful. I mean, I'm not the one who's translating it, but I'll take that. I don't think Cass will be happy, but sure.
before you go, he says to you, since we are responsible, here he reaches into his desk and gives you a signet, which and he hands it over and says, "Take this to the mage, our mage on site at the dig. Their name is Zarek. Show them this, and they'll know that you have official business there, and they will give you their full support." Also, he reaches into another drawer on the desk and says, "I feel like we owe the group of you. I feel we are somewhat responsible for your conditions, so take these." He takes out 4 vials of a deep red liquid. So they are 4 healing potions.
Mm-hmm.
And he also takes out 2
Wine.
vials of what looks like, almost looks just like water, but as he moves it, you can see it just shimmers with a slight blue glow to it. So, Aussie, you will have seen these while you were studying in Talras. It seemed like every teacher tended to have 1 or 2, but you hardly ever saw them take them. But you don't know what they are, and he says to you, "Do you know what these are?"
I remember seeing some of the teachers had them, but I don't know exactly what they do.
These are mana potions.
Oh.
They're relatively new. It's only been the past 10 or so years that the Academy has worked out how to create these. We're still working out some of the issues, but they will, if you find yourself spent during a day, if you drink one of these, then you might regain some of your magical power. Now, from a mechanical standpoint, depending on the size of the mana potion, they let you restore spell slots.
Okay. So what would these be? Oh, but
these are the smallest ones, and I've actually put them in D&D Beyond, so hopefully you can actually add them in your inventory. But it goes on to say, taking one of these in one day will leave you more spent than usual the next day. So only use it when you're desperate. And I strongly advise against taking more than 1 in a single day.
Right, duly noted. Wow, thank you very much, Master.
And these will work for all forms of magical practice, whether arcane or divine.
Wow, very impressive. I would expect nothing less from the alchemists at the Coruscant Academy.
Of course.
I suppose that's everything. I assume you're going to be telling Archmage Shakar about this.
Oh, certainly. Would you like me to... Is there anything you'd like me to leave out of the story?
No, it's fine. I mean, it's better if he's on board with everything.
Of course. And he lowers his voice a bit and says, "And of course, while you're looking at the dig at Mirror's Reach, please do take note. And if there's anything that you think should be brought to our attention, do whatever it takes to bring it to us."
Understood, as always. If you wouldn't mind actually perhaps doing me a small favor in return, could you ask something of Shakar for me?
I can ask.
And he doesn't have to get back to me right away. He could even send a message or a letter if that's better suited to his time frame. I just wanted to know if he had any information on Uncle Niran or Aunt Var.
I'll ask. I'm not sure. I wouldn't get your hopes up, but I will ask.
That's fine. And if he has, I mean, I don't think he would, but if he does have any information about their last quest that perhaps I haven't been made privy to, if he wouldn't mind sharing.
Of course, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you very much. I think that should be everything. Zarasa, is there anything else you wanted to tell?
I like his office.
Me too.
She's so
She says she likes your offers.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to meet you, in a manner of speaking.
I assume she heard that.
All right, well, good luck, and may Desmina go with you.
And with you.
And we switch back to the other three of you. So you've just sat down at the sort of the Unibar Tavern. It's not particularly crowded at the moment because it's early afternoon. The students who would probably be frequenting this place are still actually in class. But it's a pleasant, quiet place. It looks a bit posh. So what do you do?
What's the barkeep look like?
The barkeep is a human, medium height. They've got sort of rosy skin, and a fairly large, hefty build, female, and braided golden hair.
Oh, lovely. All right. Well, I roll up to the bar and greet our barkeep politely. Hello. Good it's afternoon, isn't it?
Hello, it certainly is afternoon. What can I get you?
What have you got?
What have we got? Well, we've got a bit of everything, really. We've got ale, we've got mead, we've got beer, we've got wines, a few different wines. We've got some brandy.
You got any particular local specialty?
Oh well, we've got I got a brandy that some of our more discerning customers like to have from now and again. Would you like to give it a try?
Yeah, just a little drop. Nice.
Alrighty then. And she goes and gets a bottle, and you recognise the bottle, Morzid. It's got an illustration of a swift or a swallow in flight.
We had some of that on the ship, didn't we?
Yeah, and you this is apparently from the same vineyard that Captain Swift was part of.
Fancy that.
Or is descended from.
Oh well then, that's very fitting. Raise a glass for her.
But it's quite nice. It's got a good smooth feel as it goes down.
So
And
this is a place for all the learning people. They're all very worldly and smart kind of people. Do you know if they study drinks?
you mean over at the academy?
Yeah.
Oh, I know there's a bit of alchemy going on over there. I don't think they actually mix drinks though.
I don't know. You heard any stories? Look,
And you think she's just sort of gone into a alchemy with alcohol. Sorry.
I was just see, I'm looking for a legendary brew. Just like something the stuff of legends.
Oh,
But
I see.
I was thinking, if there's any scholars of it or anything like that. But if you don't, do you know anyone who would know a lot about local drops?
I'm not sure the academy would be the place to go, but you could certainly ask around. Yeah.
I'm interested. Yeah.
Why don't you try? I mean, certainly everything we have here is available for you to test at your convenience. Hopefully, I'm sure something there will should please you. Otherwise, there are a lot of fairly newly established taverns and bars all across the landscape at this point. Lots of experimenting being done with new flavors, all sorts of strange fruits to be found in this part of the world. So, yes, I'm sure you'll find something worthy. Now, Dagmar and Vitericus, are you sitting inside the tavern, or are you sort of more outside in the covered space where you're looking out onto the road?
feel like we're outside.
Yeah. Yeah, beer garden would be nice if they've got one.
Okay. So are you just... Yeah,
sorry,
Vitericus?
I was going to say, it's been a little while since we were shipwrecked, but I'm still in the process of rolling to see what I actually managed to save from the shipwreck.
Okay.
Can I do a bit of that while we're sort of waiting for Aussie to wrap up and while Morzord's at the bar?
Yeah, sure.
Kind of go through my pack, see what's damaged and useless, what's still good, and potentially just like see what I can pick up just overhearing people somewhat deliberately while I'm sitting down going through my stuff.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Wonderful. One of the things that's in my background is a false identity, including false documents and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't show up in my equipment, but is sort of, I guess, a thing that I have. Do you want me to roll for that specifically, or?
No, hang on to that. That's the kind of thing that I think Vitericus would always keep handy.
Yes,
Yeah.
almost.
And it's not like they're bulky and you have to remember to pick them up.
No, that's true too. Great. In that case, then, I guess the only other thing that I think is in my list of things that I don't know if I've still got are my alternate clothes. So I've got a costume and a set of fine clothes that I want to roll for, and my disguise kit, so like my makeup kit, basically.
Okay, roll twice, D20, roll once for the clothing and once for the disguise kit.
Okay. For the clothes, I got a 14.
You have them.
So they're not water damaged, still usable. Excellent.
Oh, look, our game log is working. I can see what you roll.
Wonderful. Well, I rolled a 9 for my disguise kit, so I think my makeup is wrecked.
I'm afraid you do not have your disguise kit.
That's fine.
You know, one of those things that you pull out the mascara and it's just all chunky and it's no good at all.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
all the powder's ruined by the seawater.
Yeah.
Brushes are useless.
All the eyeshadow's like all cracked.
Yeah. And none of your favourite foundation left. There's never any of the foundation.
No, which is a bit of a shame. So I'll sigh heavily and sort of dump that in the nearest bin with a heavy heart.
So, Dagmar, while Vitericus is going through his pack, head sort of stuck down, and you glance out onto the road and you see two people walking past. At first you don't pay much attention. You should notice that the second one, the one following the first, is Connie, the young tiefling. And she is following another tiefling, and a much older one. She looks to be in maybe her 60s or 70s or something like that. And this older tiefling is storming up the road, and Connie is following, looking a little nervous, but also quite, resolute, and almost like a little duckling going, "Okay, this is what we're doing."
Oh no, someone found out the story.
I am going to reach across the table and pat Vitericus's arm, because I assume he is still deep in his backpack, and point to poor little Connie and be like, should we do something about that? Should we check in?
That's an excellent question. I feel like the Academy probably has more business with her parents than we do.
That's true.
I think we can let them resolve that.
Can you both give me we'll make it a history check, please.
That's a 3 from Vitericus.
That was a 18 from Dagmar.
Okay. Dagmar, you know that tieflings in this world are generally not born to other tieflings. Tieflings tend to just appear. That they are born to humanoids of pretty much any ancestry. And sometimes they will just give birth to a child that has this devilish appearance, and many of them are abandoned as a result and seen as bad luck or ill omens. So it's rather unlikely that this older tiefling is related to the younger one. But there certainly, by their mannerisms, there certainly seems to be some kind of guardianship there.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna pop over and say hi, just
Okay,
to make
so
sure everything's cool.
at this point they're past the tavern, so do you sort of just run to catch up with them?
I'm going to run on my stubby little legs and give her a shout.
Best mental image.
I'm
so
also
you
holding on to my hat.
so you basically yell out Connie.
Yes, Connie.
Yeah. She looks over her shoulder and sees you and waves hello, and then runs up and pulls on the coat of the woman in front of her, who sort of turns around, looks a little frustrated, but Connie then signs something at her, and the older lady signs back, and they have a short conversation, and then the older lady nods, and the two of them approach you, Dagmar.
Do I notice that they're approaching aggressively or more casually?
Give me an insight check, please.
24.
24. There might be a bit of aggression from the older lady, but you sense it's probably more because she's just in a really bad mood right now. You don't think she has ill intentions for Dagmar.
Okay, well, I will get up from the table and wander over as well then, now that the coast seems relatively clear. And go, hello, Connie, lovely to see you again.
Yeah, are
Connie,
you okay?
Connie sort of shrugs her shoulders a little bit and looks up at the older lady, who signals something, and Connie signals back, and she says she's feeling better now. I should introduce myself. My name is Nexa. I am Connie's guardian. She says that it was that you are among the group who took her to the academy.
Well, she had
She's up to us,
suggested
really.
that lodging was available for the night.
Yeah.
We had some business at the academy first. She agreed to accompany us to there, and then we would head on to whatever lodgings she had in mind.
We had no ill intentions.
But my name is Emmanuel Aresti. I am a medical professional, from Gold, here to, well, explore the Wandering Isles.
And I am Dagmar. No last name.
And she, at the no last name, you can see she's sort of taking it all in. At the no last name,
It's a dwarf
Okay.
thing.
Who am I to argue? She looks at Connie, and Connie signs a few things, and she looks back and she says, well, thank you. She tells me that you came and found her after the incident and helped persuade the academy to let her go. So thank you for that. My understanding is that there was an explosion at the academy that injured yourselves and Connie, though not too badly, but someone there tried to blame her for it. Is that right?
Not clear on the events. There
That's
was an
my
explosion.
read on it, though, yes. There was some blame thrown around.
I see. Well, and it's at this point, Aussie, that having finished your business in the academy, you are walking back and you see these three in conversation. And Morzod, you've probably finished speaking to the barkeep at this point, so if you want to join this conversation, you can too.
Yeah, I was thinking I'll probably wander out and figure out where the others are.
Yeah. And so the older tiefling, Nexa, says, well, I am currently on my way to tear their chief of security a new one. Unless any of you can give me any mitigating circumstances that might explain his behavior, I intend to hang him from the highest gallows in town.
I
Does that
support
seem...
that.
Would consider that appropriate behaviour?
I do. I think that there's probably no real excuse for throwing a small child into a deep hole.
She
Chief
looks back at...
Rybar, for sure, did not seem willing to even consider that Connie had nothing to do with it to begin with. Although I would say Master Headstrong was most unimpressed, so don't hang them all.
And she looks back at Connie and signs as she speaks to her and says, see, this is worth making a fuss about. Don't think otherwise. You are worth making a fuss about. And Connie just sort of blushes and hangs her head. And Nexa looks back at the four of you and sort of sees you as well, Aussie, and nods to acknowledge your presence and says, well, I'd better keep on going while I'm still ready to raise the city. Pleasure meeting all of you. If you've got a chance, if you're looking for lodging, you can come find me at Common Ground. If you don't know the way, do you know the Snowdrift Inn?
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
Yeah.
Well, you could speak to the tavern owner there. He knows where we are.
Wonderful.
Yes, we supply the fresh vegetables that they cook with.
Ah,
Oh, that you had in your plate of leaves.
Oh, yes, wonderful. I do love it. Was wonderful. It was a wonderful show. Sorry.
All right.
Just if you are going to go and yell at Chief Brybar, was that his name? I don't even remember.
That's the one.
Tell him he's going to be getting a letter from Oscar Lichtenbraun. That'll scare him.
Oscar Lichtenbraun. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Have fun.
I'm going to give Connie a little hug.
She hugs you back.
Yay.
and I assume she doesn't have her flower basket with her?
No, not at the moment.
Fair. I'm still going to toss her 2 silver and say, Connie, have a flower ready for me when I get back, whenever that may be, and wander off mysteriously into the town.
Where's he going?
And then I get a headache and have to sort of stumble back and go, okay, look, can we go soon?
Connie takes the coin very happily, looks up at Nexa, and Nexa says, yep, you're right about this lot. All right, come on. And she storms off, and Connie waves at the 4 of you and waves at the goanna, and then follows Nexa.
Yep.
Was that a friend of hers? Was that her mother?
I think it was her guardian.
Right.
Tieflings don't really do the parental thing.
Fair enough.
And
Were there many tieflings
why
in
would you
Torag?
want
Yeah, I mean, right?
There was the occasional tiefling. The percentage of the population, you're looking at maybe 1 in 2,000 or something like that. They are fairly uncommon.
Pretty rare. Okay. Did you all have fun at the tavern?
Yes.
Oh, they got quite a nice drop. Quite a nice drop indeed. Say, Aussie, do you know if there's any mages for drink?
Like alchemy? What do you mean?
Well, look, because we did talk about the alchemy when I was speaking in there with the lady of the house, but I was thinking if there's anyone who does magic with drinks. Do you know?
Would I know? Surely not.
Give me just an intelligence check.
Sure. Oh no, I'm stupid now.
You only lost 1. You've got plenty to spare.
For a wizard, that's a lot.
Oh, okay.
It's like 10%.
Did you lose a
My brains.
modifier point for it?
I feel like I put the custom modifier on that we all talked about. I got a 13. Yeah.
I mean, were you a 14 before? Oh, that's what you rolled though.
Yeah. I rolled a 10 plus 3.
No, you are not personally aware of any marriage between brewery and alchemy.
Yeah, that's like a nat 20 on that I would have had to get. I have no idea. I've never heard of anything like that in my entire life.
Huh.
I think the closest you're going to find is maybe an alchemist who maybe does bar work, but it's not a school of magic, that's for sure.
Mozart's thinking about this. There might not be a great speed of thinking going on, but he's clearly thinking.
Oh, speaking of drinking things, though, I have these for you all, and I give everyone a health potion.
Ah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. From Master Zodal.
So one of the lads up at the yeah.
Indeed. Think of him as my something like a thesis supervisor.
Oh.
Eyes pointing in opposite directions. No idea. Sounds fancy.
Dagmar quietly thinks, nerd.
Wait, do we all hear that because we're think-linking?
Oh, no.
No, you don't. No, it's only when you're engaged in conversation with Zurasa as a group that you hear each other's thoughts.
All right,
And,
that's definitely for the best.
Emmanuel, I have something special for you.
Oh, fun.
It's a wedgie.
And I take out one of the mana potions. You can hang on to these.
Great. What is it?
It's a mana potion. Be careful with it. They're very rare.
Brilliant. What's a mana potion?
Well, since you're always using spells on stupid things that I don't know what you're doing, if you ever run out of magic, you can take that and you'll be a little bit better for the day, but you'll feel horrible the next day.
Wonderful.
I'll
I love a
definitely
good...
add drop like that.
Yes. Yes. That's all right. The bright candle burns twice as fast, right? So I'm going to pocket it quietly, and then go. All right, shall we head down to the docks?
Now, never say I never did anything for you.
Yes, thank you, my lord.
Yes,
Alrighty.
we may go to the. Oh, yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Is there any other before we head down there? I suppose we're going to go past the shopping district. Is there anything else anyone had to do?
Well, I was thinking, like, before we set out and stuff, probably replenish on, supplies and bits and pieces, but that can be sort of a footnote, I imagine.
Yeah, we'll assume you get all of the rations of food that you need for traveling, water, skins, that sort of thing. So anything...
Okay.
Box of crickets
Sorry.
for the
I
little guy.
had a wizard component question. Do you want me to, like, very much keep track of, like, my components and stuff?
Only the ones that have where the spell has a monetary cost associated with them. Okay. So for most of your spells, I'm just going to assume that you have a pouch with what you need on it. But if it says something like, you need a diamond worth at least 100 gold pieces, then I will make you actually buy a diamond worth 100 gold pieces.
Or at
Okay,
least
cool.
get Pateric is to find you some nice glass.
I don't think that's how it works.
I
No,
do
it's
have a
fine, I
background in mining.
Yeah. I can just distort value
yeah.
and make it look like diamond. It's fine.
I'm sure the gods beyond the veil would totally accept that.
Yeah, fine.
Like before my
Yep.
like my summon familiar and stuff like that, I need so much paper and incense. Do you want me to go out and buy that stuff every time I need to replenish my stock, or
since you're in a city which will have plenty of supplies, we'll say that if there's a monetary value associated with it, you can just spend it and you've got it and it's done.
okay, cool.
If you're out in the middle of nowhere, finding that kind of thing could be a bit harder. But as long as you're in a city like Providence, you can just do it, spend the money, and it's done.
Okay, I'll say I would have gone and bought 10 gold pieces worth of incense.
Cool.
Can I pick up like some makeup kits on the way through?
Yeah, sure.
How much
I'm
stuff?
not sure whether there's an actual cost, an official cost for a disguise kit.
They have one of those things where you go into like Maya and like 3 ladies approach you and they're like, I just need to check these, these new colors that we've got in. Have a look at this one.
Ooh,
And
never
they
mind,
just
I
sort
can't.
Oh
of
wow.
swarm
Okay,
you for
a
20
disguise
minutes.
kit will cost you 25 gold pieces.
Oh,
I can't afford
yeah.
it.
Definitely in Maya.
Sorry,
Yeah,
it'll
that's
have
right.
to go on your to buy list.
That's fine.
What's wrong with Terracus? Can you not afford it?
Well, my makeup kit is ruined, and that's taken me a long time to get together. I've got to find the colors I really like, just the right eyeshadow to bring out, my beautiful eyes and. all
Oh,
that
I
sort of
agree.
stuff.
I agree.
And now it will be lost to everyone, which is
I
a
wear
shame.
makeup every day. Did you need maybe a little loan?
Ah, that would be lovely. Thank you, my lord. Although I suspect our skin tones are a little incompatible.
I meant I could give you the gold. I'm not giving you my makeup.
Oh, well, lovely.
Man,
No,
mental image of
I
you painting
will.
each other's nails.
Ooh,
You wish.
hang on. 25 gold, you said, David?
25 gold, yep.
That's a lot of gold.
Mm.
That's a map's worth of gold.
Do you have enough that you could maybe haggle for it? Is that what
I
you're
have
thinking?
enough that I could.
He's gonna
Yeah,
get
pretty
us.
much.
He's gonna
I
get
could
us
give you
thrown out of the
half.
city.
I am thinking about
Okay, we weren't
potentially haggling a little.
to
but,
keep things moving.
I don't think I will.
Okay,
I
cool.
will ignore it and just move on.
Okay. So you're doing a shopping, then you're heading down to the docks.
Yeah, looking for our dwarvy friend. See if he's still there.
Okay, give me Vitericus. This was you're the one who wants to find Merlic?
No, I want the other guys to find Merlic.
Ah.
I would like to have a chat to the collectors.
Okay. So who is
So I'm going to suggest we split up and search the docks to see if we can find Merlic.
Look, I'm big and stupid enough to decide that it's a brilliant idea. Let's go do that. Absolutely, we're here to see Murloc for his because he's our friend.
Murloc?
Wait.
Merlic.
What's his name? Merlic or Murloc? You don't even know his name, and you want to go and
I thought
find
his name was Mulric.
Do any of us know his name?
Listen, I have 3 brain cells.
Clearly, you're not using any of them right now.
And they're
are you?
all in the intelligence points.
They're all working real hard, thinking about the detect small person and not what his name is.
Okay. Merzod, give me an investigation check for asking around looking for Merlic.
All right, investigate. Let's see here. Now, do I have that investigation? Woo, -1. Let's go. Yeah, I rolled an 11. That's not the worst.
You don't.
With the -1. No.
You don't find Merlic himself, but you one person you ask does say, "Oh, look, there's a ship just getting ready to leave. It was, taking anyone who would enlist. So you might be on there if he's, sailor looking for work."
Was he looking for a new ship?
He said he was going to go down to the dock and find a job.
Oh, he's probably looking. He's probably on a new ship. Oh.
I actually quite like the docks. Can we go find a tavern down here instead?
And also, you'd know it's quite common for sailors to, if they're done with the journey, they'll go, okay, all right, we'll just go to the docks, see whatever ship is taking on crew, jump aboard, and go wherever it takes us. So,
I know I don't look like the salty type, but I did used to hang around the docks quite often.
Oh no, you're
I feel like you look like the salty type.
But
That's not what I meant.
So, tell us about this hanging around the dock history you have.
I have a friend who's a sailor. I like to hang around there.
Sailors tell good stories.
I'm sure they do. But yeah, I mean,
So let's find a tavern. It's a 3-tavern day.
sorry,
was
mosquito.
that a mosquito? Oh, I was like, are we stopping?
Ninja that.
But
High score.
but yeah, look, from everything I've heard about hanging around sailors a whole bunch, if they lose a job, they just go find another job on another ship. So we can just hang out here. I really don't mind. I actually really do like the docks quite a bit, so I'm happy.
I'm intrigued by you in a good mood, so I'm also happy to hang out
Wow.
on the docks.
Mozod seems kind of pleased that Aussie is having a good time. Do you know that's
Focus in
important?
my mood. Yeah.
Important to Mozod?
It's around this point that the three of you notice that Vitericus isn't among you anymore. He's probably gone somewhere else to try and find Merlic. Vitericus.
Oh, that explains the good mood.
or he's gone to buy more jewelry or something.
I feel like we've really cut the fat from the party, haven't we? Much better.
A weight has been lifted.
It has.
Cool, let's get a drink.
Hey,
Oh,
sounds like a plan.
So, Vitericus, how are you searching for the collectors?
Well, given that I've worked with them in the past, I'm going to be looking for anything that, well, I've worked with them on gold, not necessarily out here, but looking for things that they might have in common with collectors in gold, certain like behaviors or marks or things like that, or else just sort of keeping an ear to the ground and looking for artifact, or looking for people talking about moving artifacts, that sort of stuff?
There are certain marks that they will sometimes leave in an area. So give me a perception check.
Wonderful. That is a non-natural 20.
Ooh.
A flaccid 20, please.
Yeah, dirty 20, flaccid 20.
As you're walking along the shops and various facades that are around the beach market, you find a rather nondescript door with a few simple marks on it that you recognize as it's not the symbol that's normally associated with the collectors, because they don't like being quite so overt about their activities, especially in a place like Providence where their activities would be frowned upon. But it's sort of an internal, it's the secret handshake of the collectors.
Wonderful. Excellent. Well, I will duck inside and see who's there.
All right, the door immediately leads to some dusty stairs that lead up into a what is actually a surprisingly posh room when you come up. You've got big sort of bay windows looking out over the ocean, and you have as you walk up, you realize that there's actually someone on sort of a balcony behind the steps, and there's someone essentially leaning over and watching you come up, and you get sort of halfway up, just enough so you can look around, and this elf, a male elf, looks down and says, "All right, what you doing it?"
Hello there, my friend.
Yeah, hello.
My name is Vitericus, and I have done work with avid collectors of relics such as yourselves all across Gold, but I am new here to the Wandering Isles and would like to introduce myself and offer my services to you.
Give me a persuasion check.
Wonderful. Time for another nat one. Nope, that is a 24.
Oof. Okay. And he says, "All right, welcome to the Wandering Isles. So, services, you say? You got any plans? You got anywhere you're going? Anything you're looking for in particular, or you're looking for leads?"
Well, at the moment, I am about to leave Providence and make my way, I believe, north, up to mental blank. I didn't see the map, so I have no idea where we're going. But
Mirror's Reach?
Mental
we
blank.
are
feel like we discussed
eventually-
Mental blank.
Yeah.
I've been to mental blank.
Yes, that's right. Certainly, eventually, we're going to Mirror's Reach, but we are passing through a few towns along the way.
He says,
So if there are particular relics you would like me to sell while I'm in those towns, or things you would like me to bring back from Mirror's Reach.
"Mirror's Reach, you say? Oh, look, Look, we recently got word about a new dig that the society's been working on. We've got a couple of folk down there been trying to get in. They're having a bit of trouble. But look, if you can get into this, we've heard it's supposed to be Ginault. So it might be worth a bit. You get in there, you get us something nice. Yeah, we'll see you set up here well enough. So
Wonderful.
yeah.
Excellent. Just back here when I return, or is there a particular drop area you would like me to visit?
You can come and talk to me. Yeah, I'm the local appraiser.
Wonderful. And what shall I call you? The appraiser, or do you have a name you go by here?
You know what? The appraiser will do. I like that.
Wonderful. Excellent. Well, I will return with whatever can fit in my pockets, and we shall see what it's worth.
I look forward to working with you.
Wonderful. And I will bow deeply and make my way back downstairs. And then sort of wander around and potentially have a half-hearted look for our dwarven friend, but just kind of go, someone else would have found him, it's fine.
Okay, just for fun, give me a perception or investigation check to find Merlick.
Perception, I'm not investigating. That's a 21 on perception.
Oh lord!
You actually...
Trip over.
Sorry.
You're idly just glancing across the bay, and you just happen to see this dwarf climbing the rigging on a it looks like a small cargo ship. It's probably not an ocean-going vessel, but you're pretty sure it's Merlick.
Wonderful. I will call out. I'll go, Merlick, my friend. I see you found other work.
He stops halfway up the rigging, looks out and says, "Aye."
Wonderful. Good fortune to you, my friend. May this one not sink.
Aye. He turns back and keeps climbing.
Wonderful.
How wholesome. What a wonderful interaction. Look at that.
And then I have no idea where these guys have gone, so I'm just going to wander around the docks.
Zerasa, are you up there?
Oh, yes. Not a word of this to anyone, Zerasa, by the way. Shh. You got your hat.
Not a word of what? You all hear that. Oh, and now only you hear this. Viterica goes, "Oh, okay, why not?"
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
But
conflict of interests potentially arising going forwards, but we shall see how we go.
oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that you're arguing with your friends. Okay.
I'm not arguing with my friends. It will be fine as long as they never find out.
I understand.
Wonderful. Thank you, Zerasa.
Poor Zerasa, she's just like juggling so many secrets.
She's also taking ethics lessons from Viterica.
Who are these people?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's stuck in here with us. Like, that's rough.
Yeah. We're not locked in here with her.
Yeah. Zerasa, were you there? You didn't answer me.
Yes. Hello. Sorry, I can't tell you. Yes.
Sure, I don't care. Do you know where Viterica is? Can you tell him where we are?
Oh, yes. I suppose I can do that.
Good.
And
Like,
you-
where are we? A tavern? No idea.
She basically manages to guide you all back towards each other.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Wonderful.
Was there any particularly nice brews at the tavern? Any leads on, like, was there just, like, the drink magician right there?
No, this tavern down the
No.
docks was very much the basic. You've got rum, you've got beer, you've got rum with beer, you've got
rum.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And
Gotcha.
can he order a dark and stormy? I want to see if I'll make him one.
Sure.
I find it
His
too
version of a
embarrassing.
sailor's drink. Little umbrella.
Dagmar fell for the rum and beer combo, and she liked it.
Okay.
Yep. Ozod's probably trying a bit of everything. Dipple, sample.
We've had a lovely short while.
Wonderful. And so as I rejoin them, I'll go, good news, my friends. I found Mulric.
Oh, how's he
Oh.
doing?
No doubt you guys did as well, yes?
Oh,
No.
Oh, we didn't spot him.
He was up in the rigging on the cargo ship just over there.
Yeah, we sort of gave up immediately and came here.
Good for
Oh well. He's found
No,
other
no,
work. He's doing well.
Good.
Oh, it's lovely.
Now, shall we... Does
Head
anyone else
back?
have any business? Shall we head back to the Snowdrift Inn?
Yes, we did pay for rooms there already, didn't we?
We did.
Yes.
What
So
time
we
is
may
it
as
now?
well.
Okay, it's now getting on to about 4 in the afternoon.
All right, I'm a few drinks in.
So the sun's...
I-
All right.
Yes,
Really? Go on.
yeah, so the sun is starting to get low.
I really
Oh, what
need
time
my
of the year is it again?
It is spring at the moment.
Okay. So coming into the longer evenings, but not yet.
Look, I really need to like sit down for an hour and summon glow again.
Okay,
Oh yeah, your bird. Is she all right?
She's fine. She's in the Fey realm. She's happy.
Ah, good.
Listening to her favorite music. The aircon's on. Like she's good.
This is literally the same day as like the explosion, right? Or
the
this is, like,
explosion
day
was
after?
the evening before.
Right.
Because you did...
And we were out for a bit.
Yeah, it knocked
We
you.
were
It knocked you
unconscious,
out.
we weren't
So you,
sleeping.
yeah, you did sleep. You had
Right.
what amounted to a long rest.
Cool. Well, it's been a long and emotional day. We found someone in our head.
Okay,
Sure, miss.
True.
so we can probably fast forward here. So you're, I assume you're going to have an evening meal. Aussie, you're going to resummon Glow.
Before I go to bed.
And you're going to stay at the Snowdrift Inn. Just quickly, is there any more business before you all take a long rest?
Did anyone need to go to the store? Anything?
No,
I
I'm
think
gonna
we sort of basically put a footnote for all the supplies in business.
basically yes. I'm just gonna buy some like the cheapest thing on the menu and distribute that out to some of the beggars on the street
Cool.
around the Snowdrift Inn. Nothing so far away that people have to come with me.
Yep, there aren't many beggars around here, but you do see a few who are certainly sort of sitting by the side of the road.
Wonderful.
But you do get the impression that this city actually does a pretty good job of taking care of its less fortunate.
Taken care of or taken care of?
Taking care of in a positive way.
Okay, good, nice.
And you think this might be because it is the patron god of this city is Desmina, who is very much the goddess of communities and equality.
I feel slightly worse about scamming people earlier in the day. Not bad enough to actually do anything about it, just slightly.
At the same time,
Oh,
Vitericus,
maybe
you
not.
have observed that there is still a significant wealth gap, depending on
Perfect. I don't
where
feel
you
that.
are and who you speak to.
Wonderful.
Not wonderful.
Okay,
Well, no, but it means that I'm okay with fleecing them.
Right, okay.
so you can all
Either
get a long rest, so you can hit that button in D&D Beyond.
Boy. Yeah.
And I need each of you to roll a 1d4 for me, please.
Oh no.
It's all right.
Wasting illness.
It's possible
Uh,
nothing will happen.
What was the what dice was it? D4?
D4, please.
D4. Alright.
Roll and deep.
3.
3
A
also.
1 for the boy.
2.
Significant pause.
Uh,
I
Mor-
like that.
Morzod, what was yours?
I got the 3. Morzod and Dagmar both got a 3.
Vitericus?
1.
Okay.
Good.
We'll
good.
start with you, Vitericus.
Nasty case of the trots all evening.
Vitericus, your maximum hit points goes down by 1.
Oof.
Ooh, that's rough.
So I believe
I can live with
you
that.
can edit that in D&D Beyond.
I can.
April, I am so sorry.
Mhm.
Please roll 1d6.
Oh
Please.
no! Oh no!
I really hope it's not intelligence again, but
I'm gonna be the world's worst wizard. I want to be the world's worst wizard. I got a 2.
Very-
okay, your dexterity goes down by 1.
Ah. No, my dex is high. Oh, god damn it.
Sorry.
Oh, blend.
Okay, Dagmar. You wake
Yes?
the next morning. You wake from a dream, which you can only partly remember. It doesn't make much sense to you. There's something about climbing a hill, climbing a tower, or something like that. There's lightning about. You think maybe you were struck by lightning in this dream. And there's
I was
also
going to say that you know what lightning is, but yes, she does because of the prologue.
yes, you have experienced lightning.
I don't have great associations with lightning.
Yeah, bad experience.
So you wake up feeling there's no real physical harm, but you do feel quite anxious, as though something you just went through a very traumatic experience, but you only half remember it.
Okay.
Morzod, you also wake from a half remembered dream. You're underground, like in a giant cave with, but it's settled. It's like there's a city under there, and people are trying to force you to do something you don't want to do. You think it might mean you think they want you to marry someone, but you're not really, you don't want to. The last thing you remember from the dream is running, like running away. Then you wake up. And so, with those dreams and stat penalties, let's take a short break. And we're back. We've had a short break, and our heroes are now just about to leave Providence on their way to Mira's Reach. So, final call. Any last business in Providence? Nope. Okay. So you exit via the North Gate. As you go past the outer walls of the city, the guards seem to notice you're passing, but you're not challenged at all. There's no real interest, it seems, in taking constant track of who comes and goes. It's a fairly open city. You do find that there are still significantly more that there are more buildings outside the city. These seem to be relatively new buildings that have cropped up to support the farmland further beyond. And so you walk and you walk and you walk, and there is farmland for at least the first mile or so as you go around, and every now and again there's a somewhat not overly frequent but regular passage of one farmer or another with a cart moving goods to the town. It looks like there's just this constant stream of foodstuffs being provided to the city. After an hour or so, you're basically now beyond the outskirts of the populated region of the city, and you're now getting into the highway per se, as it is. So I'm going to get you as a group to work out what your marching order is.
Also, did everyone put in their health potions and their equipment? Just to be sure.
Hey.
And
Yo.
did you find the mana potions in D&D Beyond? I think I called them potions of mana. Good.
Potions of mana, I did find one.
And it has a description for how they work. I'm not sure D&D Beyond actually lets you restore a used spell slot manually. So we'll just keep track of it ourselves.
It's pretty easy. Like with spell slots, you just tick them on and off. So it's just tick one
easy.
down.
No problem. Okay. Cool. So marching order. Typically, you'll decide who's in front, who's in middle, and who's in the rear, and you can have any number of people in each rank.
Wonderful.
Who wants to go first?
Health potion? Hey, I'm
I'll
still
go first.
squinting at the thing.
Yeah,
Aussie will be behind Dagmar, so he can still see.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Or we could go in order of height if Vatericus wants to go in front of Aussie.
What kind of potion was it again, sorry?
Is it the elixir of health?
Elixir of health. No.
Potion of health.
Oh,
Potion of healing, I think.
Potion of healing. I've
Yeah.
got superior, supreme, or greater.
Okay, so D&D Beyond is funny sometimes. Sometimes Potion of Healing doesn't always show up for some reason. It is just a Potion of Healing.
Yeah, it's just a regular potion of healing, which
Oh,
should
yeah,
then
they'll
have
have
we should
other-
then have
yeah.
the description for the various levels of the potion of healing, and this is just the base standard one.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Cool. Got
Yeah,
it.
the 2d4 plus 4 one, yeah.
Cool.
And Vatericus, you have the Mana Potion as well.
Yep. I added that one too, so that's all good.
Perfect. And I also have the immovable rod, which I have put in my stuff.
Wonderful.
So we've got-
I'm happy to sit somewhere in. I'm happy to bring up the rear actually, if nobody else is. Who was going up the back?
Up to you.
Yo, I'm just sauntering. I guess I've got pretty long legs though.
So would it be, I guess, roughly Dagmar, Orsi, Warzod, and then Vatericus? Kind of like a
Sure.
loose formation, I guess.
Yeah, we can put Orsi and Morzod in the middle, not necessarily side by side, but just sort of drifting around that general area.
Yeah.
I'm thinking as a group, you're probably shifting around as you go anyway. This is just going to be the default, if I drop a Tarask on you, this is where this is the formation you'll be in.
This is how we'll die.
At the back. There you go.
Well, we're walking. Can I speak to Zarasa?
You sure can.
Are you there, Zarasa?
Yes. Hello. Is
I
this
just had a couple questions.
is this a private conversation or is this a conversation for everyone?
No, it's fine. Everyone can hear everyone else.
Oh, good. Those are easier.
Yeah. Do you mind me asking how old you are?
Oh. Does that include the past? It's been what, 800 years?
Not including the past 800 years.
Oh, okay. How old was
You were,
my body? Right. Okay. I was 31 years old.
Right. And can you tell me how old Emperor
Zun.
Zun was at the same time as you were?
Don't know. I know he'd been emperor for about 150 years. We'd celebrated his 150th year of rule quite recently.
Right. Would I know just from that tiny bit of writing we did find on
No.
Zun?
You know that Emperor Zun was the last emperor, but
Yeah,
you don't know how long exactly he ruled for.
Do we know what race he was? Was he elf or human or?
It's assumed that all the people of Xenold were human.
Human, okay. Did he reign for so long thanks to animancy? It's very unusual for a human to live for so long.
Oh, he certainly had magical assistance. He had, like, before he found me, he had other mages who were, making him do things like, he was drinking blood and doing things like that, which he said it seemed to work, but he never quite liked the flavor, and he was worried that, the masses might. He kept worrying about revolution or something like that. I don't know. I liked him, but I don't think everybody else. I'm not sure everybody liked him, but I didn't really pay much attention to that sort of thing. It wasn't really my business.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's totally fine. Drinking blood. Making a note. Were there any other? You mentioned the other mages. Do you have the name of any other prominent mages in the court, or a court mage, or a head mage, or?
Oh well, there was Voris.
Voris. And he was an animancer or a court mage?
He was the main court mage. Yes.
He was a court mage. All right. See if I can dig up anything on a Voris. Right. I'm just trying to put together a timeline.
I don't think he liked me very much.
Oh, you don't say. I can't imagine why anyone wouldn't.
Oh, thank you. Wait a minute.
No, that was genuine. I realize everything I say can sound a little bit sarcastic, but I really didn't mean it.
Yes, I wasn't sure. Because I can normally sense what you're feeling as you're talking, but you sounded sarcastic, but then you didn't feel sarcastic, so I was very confused for a moment there.
It confuses a lot of people, unfortunately. I can't help it. Does anyone else have any questions, I guess, while we're speaking to you, Zarasa?
Dagmar?
Yes.
What's your passive perception, please?
How do I find what my passive passive perception is?
Yeah, it's on the side.
On the side.
It's like the 3 numbers where it's like passive whiz, passive it, passive.
Right, yeah, it's 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Dagmar, you do hear, as you're walking, and as this conversation is going on, you hear somewhere in the distance, ahead, a voice shouting out, "Help! Help! Hello? Hello? I need help!"
I hear someone calling for help. Do we want to investigate that?
So the rest of us.
The rest of you now become aware of it.
Huh.
Good. Good. Let's see
We
what's
should
going on.
probably help.
Okay.
I can send Glow over if we'd rather not just run into things.
You now also hear a and the sound of what sounds like it might be a branch breaking or something like that. And the voice again goes, "Help! Please help!"
That is sounding more urgent. I might pop over and have a look.
All right. I will send Glow out ahead of us towards the sound.
So I'm just imagining, like firefighters on the phones of going, "Yes, that does sound more urgent," as somebody's screaming, "I'm on fire!" Anyway.
We don't. It's not like we have a good history of helping people.
We are the type to flee.
You know, you can kind of pick up from how someone's yelling how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when I help in
Right.
childcare centres or something, like, yeah, the lift is broken. You're like, you don't sound like there's anyone trapped in it.
Is anyone running over, or are we just gently sauntering in that direction?
Look, I'm definitely going more briskly in that.
Okay.
I can move at a clip.
Yeah.
Walk with speed.
Yeah, I'll power walk.
Okay, as you jog forward, you see beside the road there's a tree. It's not a particularly tall one. It's only about 20, 25 feet high. And perched on a branch high up in this tree, there is a halfling. And at the bottom of the tree, there is a creature that, Dagmar, you recognize as a diprotodon. And it is scratching away at the trunk of the tree as if it's trying to get to the halfling up in the tree.
How do you make a wom tank that angry?
And at this point, the halfling sees the four of you, says, "Hey, hey, 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 I need, please, watch out, it's really angry."
What did you do?
Dagmar, as you shout, the diprotodon turns its face towards you,
Oh, shit.
and you realize it's not exactly like the last diprotodon you saw. This one has, its eyes are blood red. As in you can't see a pupil or white or anything, it's just red. And there is red flowing out of its eyes, of its ears, and of its mouth, and all of the fur on its jaw and chin has been matted, you know, with this, just caked with dried blood. And as soon as it turns towards you, it just goes and charges at you. And it's time to roll initiative, please.
Oh boy. Alright, where's my initiative button?
13.
I keep losing this thing. There it is.
12 for Vitericus.
Ooh, I should actually have up the thing that I put these numbers in as you read them out. That would make this so much more intuitive.
Oh, did you want me to roll a separate initiative for Glow?
No, Glow can go on your turn.
I got a 12.
See, I had this up before the session began, but then I closed it because I am a fool.
Open that.
Mm-hmm.
I only
Okay.
just now realized it's a mirror, like MIRA's reach. I really did think it was like Mirror's Edge, like mirror. That's our Australian accent. It's getting us in trouble again.
Okay.
We used to give my physics teacher so much heck for the way she said Mira.
Aussie, what did you roll?
10 for Aussie.
Morzod.
I 12.
Vitericus?
Also 12.
Which of you has the higher dex?
I think it's him, or mine is 12.
Mine is 14.
There you go.
Okay, Vitericus by default will go first, though. Vitericus, if you want, you can let Morzod go first.
Perfect.
And Dagmar,
13.
13. And I shall just drop you onto the map.
Oh, I gotta change my
I was
health.
gonna say, let's get that Final Fantasy fight scene up.
Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun.
So this is a... Actually, I need to drop a tree onto this. This is another 2-minute tabletop map.
Ah,
Nice.
No, it is not an awakened tree. It is just a regular tree.
I mean, it might be awakened, but just sort of hanging out.
Starts throwing the halfling at us.
Oh no, that's rough.
I did warn our DM that I have been known to wield dwarf in a live combat scene before.
As the dwarf in the party, I feel nervous.
Look, I happen to have the dwarf in my hand already, but I just wanted to know if I could hit the other guy with him. But the DM did have to sort of figure out what kind of improvised weapon that was. And it was interesting.
Okay, so we had Dagmar in the front, Aussie and Warzod in the middle, Vitericus ready to flee.
Correct. That's the one.
Brave, brave Sir Robin.
There's no profit in being dead.
That's
Your
right.
dead people say otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay, and Dagmar, you go first. So you see this Diprotodon, it's just turned around, looked at you, and roared in a most uncharacteristic way. And it is just started charging towards you. You can tell it's running at you to attack.
I am going to whip out the trusty bow and give it a shot.
That's
Okay.
an awful lot of WOM coming at us real fast.
Oh, motherfucker. It's a 9.
Ooh, that does not hit the... this is a crossbow, yes?
Short bow.
Short bow. Okay, so the arrow flies through the air and misses the Diprotodon and lodges itself into the trunk of the tree behind it.
Crap.
Are you going to move?
I am sure as hell gonna move. Switch to my other screen.
Yeah, I don't imagine that thing has very good braking distance.
I am going to move in this direction and recover from the humiliation of missing my first shot.
It was a warning shot.
Yeah, just trying to make it angrier.
So I took the shotgun off the wall and I fired 2 warning shots.
So, unless you have a bonus action you want to do, it's Vitericus' turn.
No, I think I'm good.
Wonderful. How far away are you at this point? Like 50-ish feet?
5,
Like
10,
that?
15, 20, 25, 30-ish.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Vitericus, you are 60 feet away from the Diprotodon.
Wonderful. Okay.
Oh,
Well, what
yeah.
I'll do is I will...
Remember, if you hold down Shift and drag, it'll
Oh,
Astral
yes.
will measure the distance for you.
will
Nice.
do. Thank you. I'm going to move
Oh, there we go.
30-ish feet to next to Dagmar, I think. Oops.
You'll have to crouch.
That's fine. Yeah. Which should put me, yep, a bit closer to
Roll
the...
to hide behind the dwarf.
No, not quite. And I'm going to give Dagmar a reassuring pat on the back and go, "You'll get it next time." And give her
Encouraging bum pat. Yeah.
and
Thank
give her
you.
some bardic inspiration. So you can add a d6 to your attack roll next time
Thank you.
for the next 10 minutes or so, which is my bonus action. And then I'm also going to call out and insult the Diprotodon.
I just
I'm going to make fun of its matted fur and its horrid bleeding eyes and ask, what happened to the peaceful animals that we saw before? Are you upset that we've turned you all into steak? Because you're delicious. Stop being delicious.
stop eating yourself. Stop eating
So
delicious.
inflammatory, isn't it?
So I believe it needs to make a save on that.
A wisdom saving throw.
Or it just cries.
No, it gets a 7. So
Okay.
what is the effect of that?
It takes 1d4 psychic damage and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Okay.
So
Roll
that is
1d4 for me for damage, please.
3 damage.
3
from the
damage.
Vicious Mockery.
Okay, is that your turn?
That's it. Hopefully there are some tears mixed in with the blood now.
Morzod.
Right.
Yes, it's hard to tell from here, to be honest, whether it's crying, salt water as well as blood.
That's
Morzod.
Sort
But
of
it
make
looks
it hurt
upset.
more.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna charge over there and bounce it. That's what I do. So what's my distance that I can go? I think I've easily got enough to get over there, don't I?
It should say up the top next to your proficiency. It'll say walking speed.
Yeah, gotta.
Probably 30 feet. Is
30
usually
feet, yeah, 30 feet. So yeah, I'm just gonna get over there and hit it. Probably. So just up to it because I don't want to. There'd be an attack of opportunity if I If
Yeah, it is 50
tried
feet
to
from
go
you.
past it.
It is 50 feet from you, Morzod.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look, I'm running up there at least. So 5. 10. I'm trying to do this click and drag thing, and I'm very bad at it apparently.
So you just hold shift and then just drag the mouse.
Okay, so 25 feet. So it looks like I can get over there.
I mean,
Yeah,
astral-
no, 30 feet does get me up to it, apparently. So yeah, I'm gonna run over there and I'm gonna hit it. If that's I'm allowed to do that thing.
I'm confused. I think you might not be seeing the Diprotodon where it really is.
Oh, okay.
Can you just hit hit F5 in your browser?
Hit F5 in my browser and see what it do.
And I'll do the same.
Right. Yeah, because it says it's 25 feet away from Aussies, so...
Yeah, it was, Yeah, no, because I was 1 square behind Aussie, and Aussie is 25 from... Oh, it's all the way over there. Yeah, okay, so Dagmar and Matericus are nowhere near it.
Okay,
No,
Dagmar
now I-
Vetericus, can you see where it is properly?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
cool.
thought it was like
Okay.
next
Yeah.
to
Yes,
Dagmar.
I moved further away.
Now I
Right.
understand.
Yeah, okay.
So Dagmar Vetericus, you can change your move if you want to, if you weren't really clear on where the creature was.
I know, I
No,
was
that's
fine.
okay.
Oh, so it wasn't the right spot on your screen? So hang on, how close were you when you fired at it?
I don't know.
30
Like-
feet?
Yeah, 30, 40 feet.
Yeah, my range is pretty far.
Yeah, short
Oh,
bows,
okay.
short bows
Alright,
have a
now-
very good effective range.
Now it's making sense. All right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna sort of go towards it, but I'm just gonna figure out how to. I'm gonna let's see, 30 feet. There's 25. There's 30. So I'm gonna. Yeah, why not? I'm going there. I'm going over there. There we go. Hooray!
Can I? Are you taking your goanna with you, or are you leaving them?
Yeah. No. Before I go. Going on the front. Wait there. And then I'm back over here.
There you go.
Protect
Hey.
from the...
Oh man, he's even got a little avatar and everything. Oh, the little kitty. Yep, stay there, buddy.
My god.
He's not coming with me. Absolutely not. Oh, I'm going near that terrible thing. What kind of parent am I?
3 hit points.
It's okay though, because goannas are really good at running the heck away. And I trust
Oh, I
it.
gotta roll for Glow's hit points.
I gotta... Oh, because you were summoning her again.
Yeah. She has 1 hit point.
Oh! The poor darling. She didn't sleep well.
It's rough for the Feywilds.
Either that or she just went out and had a really wild one and you woke her up and she's like...
She'd never. She's a good girl.
Okay, Morzod.
Yep.
Do you have a range attack you want to try from there?
Look, no, not really. I'm just working on running over there.
Okay.
Yep.
So is that your turn?
I think so, yes.
All right.
Charging
Aussie.
mightily and yelling awkwardly.
5, 10, 15, 20. And I am now within 30 feet, so I will cast Witch Bolt at it.
Which bolts?
Witch Bolt. Oh, nat 20 on a level 2 Witch Bolt. What's
Oh,
up?
nice.
Hot.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
man, I'm
that
getting close
hits.
enough for this thing to explode.
Oh yeah. 2d12
G12.
doubled, so I got 21 doubled, which is 42 hit points.
Yes.
This thing is gonna be all over my shirt. Gross.
Okay.
And 42 hit points, and I can retain concentration on the Witch Bolt and automatically deal damage every round as well.
If there's anything left in the smoking crater,
Amazingly, the Diprotodon is still standing,
oh wow!
my
but
God.
you think only just.
So like
After-
its skeleton is there still.
Yeah, like
Oh,
he grabs his necklace and does his incantation.
Aussie, what does your witch bolt look like?
It's the same color as the lightning you'd see in the sky, right? Like, so it's that purplish thunderclap, like the same type of lightning that we saw Gemdonon's Titan spit at us. And I feel like it's sort of focused.
Is it a beam? Because it's something that you sustain, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sustained. It's like one of those anime like lightning strikes, right?
Cool.
We're thinking like Emperor zizzing Darth Vader.
Yeah. I'm force lightning it.
They're
Yeah.
bolts though, so he's flinging them. So it's more the kind of quiver of javelins, wouldn't it be?
Oh, hey,
Well, I kind of hang on to it. If I can hang on to the concentration of a spell, I can always do damage. So I guess you can kind of think of it maybe like a lightning whip. That'd be cool.
Oh, that's
I'm
rad.
imagining it like, there's an initial, and then you've got this sort of string of lightning-like light, and then let's say roughly every 6 seconds, it just sort of just keeps pulsing forward.
Oh, that's
Do
gnarly.
that. That's awesome.
Yo,
Super cool.
flash of mages.
Okay, Aussie, that's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That
say
was a
right.
hell of a turn.
What's Glow going to do?
Glow's gonna fly up into the tree next to the halfling.
Cool. We need to get you a Glow token.
Yeah, she's just gonna sit there. She's not gonna do anything.
And it is the extremely badly hurt Diprotodon's turn now.
Oh God.
So
It's got
it
a lot of momentum though.
is going to charge at the nearest
Oh,
target,
that's me.
which is Morzod.
Yo.
And because it moved at least 20 feet, it is able to do a proper charge attack.
Yo, come at me, bro.
So,
I'm gonna regret saying that, but come at me, bro.
With disadvantage from Vicious Mockery?
Yes, it's still crying a bit.
dagnammit.
Stop.
Okay,
He is.
so it first roll. Oh,
Did it just crit me?
no.
That one. Did you get
It rolled a 19, and because of the disadvantage, it then rolled a nat 1.
Yay! Did he?
So it actually charges right towards Morzod, at least right towards where it thinks Morzod is.
But it can't see because it's got tears in its eyes.
As it's running, this bolt of lightning-like energy strikes it in the face, and it flinches away, and it ends up just charging past Morzod. So Morzod, you can take an attack of opportunity as this thing
Absolutely want
hurtles past you.
to bounce that thing. So what exactly do I roll? Just an attack or?
It's an attack with a melee weapon.
Okay, so actions, mace. Which one of these do I click? Hit that one. Oh, no, 15.
That's a hit.
Yep. Okay. And then roll again for damage. Is that how it goes?
That's right. Yep.
They're the 1d6 plus 2. This is a lot easier than I keep thinking it is. It's a 4 total.
4. It had 3 points of health left.
Splat! Oh yeah, so it's charging forth and doing the good.
And so, yeah, this thing hurtles past, and you just give it as it goes past you, with your mace, you just give it a quick thunk on the top of the head as it goes past, and just crack its skull, and it just goes down to the ground.
Alrighty.
And Dagmar and Vitericus, I have to say what you just witnessed from Aussie and Morzod must have looked very impressive.
Cool.
And that's the end of a fight that I thought was going to last a bit longer.
Sorry. I didn't mean to create a lot.
Right.
Second level spells.
Nice. Nailed it.
Do a cool flourish and put it back on my hip.
Suitably impressed.
You do the blow out the finger thing.
I'll turn around and give a little bow to Dagmar and Vitericus.
Yeah.
We're going to
Like
indulge
Velvet
that because
Applause.
it was legit.
That
Mhm.
was pretty rad.
That's what you can get if you train at the Coruscant Academy.
Seriously,
Loud,
Yeah.
loud
Seriously.
orky cheering from the background.
setting up this encounter, I was going, wow, is 48 health too much?
Oh, I'm so close.
I just
to
realized.
toasting. Huh?
It has resistance to non-magical physical attacks.
Oh, so it might still be alive.
It's got
that's
one hit point left.
One HP.
Because it resisted some of the bludgeoning damage from the maze.
So is it gonna try and get up?
Oh, poor
Oh.
thing. It's like a little barbarian boy. Aw.
Oh no.
Now we have
So-
to put it out of its misery.
But it's
That's
had its
extraordinary.
entire turn. So now the halfling who is in the tree, who you now
Throws
see
a
is actually
piece at it.
wielding a short bow, is going to try and take a shot at it.
Oh nice.
Go for it. Put it out of its misery.
Actually, that would be a fantastic finisher.
Yep. And the halfling rolls a natural 20.
Hey!
Whoa.
What did
Right
he
in
need
the
help
eye.
for?
Where was this before we ran in?
So, since I know that Diprotodon only has one hit point left, what you all see, Diprotodon starts to charge, Witch Bolt, it flinches, charges past Morzod, who whacks it on the head. It almost pole drives it into the ground, and as it sort of stands there for a moment, woozy, this arrow just lands in the back of its skull, and boom, down it goes.
Pomp. That's fantastic. Ah,
So,
who's choreographing this? It's fantastic.
well done.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
The halfling shouts out, "Oh, thank you. That was the angle I was hoping for. Nice work."
Got him.
Our pleasure.
I'll have a glow come back down to my shoulder.
I'm quietly salty that someone shorter than me is better than a bow, so
Hang on. How tall is the halfling?
I now feel adrift.
The halfling is, they're now climbing down the tree. They do seem to be slightly shorter than Dagmar.
Oh, wow, okay. Rough.
Wonderful.
I retrieve
Glad
my
we could
command.
assist, friend. Tell me, where are you headed?
Look over here.
He says, and he walks up, and he's a sort of a bronze-skinned halfling, black hair. Looks like he's wearing fairly straightforward work clothes, but he does have what looks like just a simple hunting bow on his back. And he says, "Oh, look, I was just going for a walk. Like, you know, I live on, outside the city back there, and had a bit of an argument with my wife. Look, big enough to say it, she was right, but I was still, a bit pissed, so I decided to go for a walk. Walk it off. That's what I do. And then this thing just charges at me. Just, comes out of the trees and rawr, and ain't never
I
seen.
usually do that with the eyes and...
No, these things are, they're fine. You give them a space and they're happy. Sometimes you can even walk up to them, give them a little scritch behind the ear. But this one, it's like it wanted to eat me. And they don't eat meat. They eat like plants and stuff. So, I don't
Have you
know
ever
what's going
seen-
on.
Wasn't happy.
Have you ever seen any other animal like this before?
Well, you mean like Diprotodons? Yeah, they're all over the place. You don't see
No.
many. Oh,
He means like
oh,
that
you mean
angry,
with the,
right?
like all the red stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, now that you mention it, I heard somebody say something about, like, creatures with red eyes, like they're like enraged or something like that. Ain't never seen one before.
Whereabouts did you hear this? Who told you?
Oh, just just like gossip.
Mozart probably heard that sort of thing in the pub if he was listening closely, wouldn't he? Like, how widespread is this sort of gossip, do you reckon?
Oh, look, I don't know. It's just, it's stories. Like people say, oh, I saw the Titan of Gemdanen, or, a friend of a friend saw, like, Nessid Claythi herself walking down the road. Everybody says stuff.
Stories.
Sometimes it's true, but...
Well, this was awful true.
I guess it is, yeah. Bloody hell, thanks for your help. Well, is there anything...
bloody good shot, bloody good
look,
shot.
I don't, have a lot of coin on me, but, anything I can do to thank you?
Oh.
How much
I
do
mean,
you have on you?
We're not accepting... Vaterica, stop it. We're trying to get to Beerus Reach. We're on the right path, right?
Oh, yeah, just follow this north. I probably should have aligned the map so it goes north-south. Anyway, just follow this path north. Yeah, you'll get there eventually. I wouldn't go down Mercer's Pass, though, unless you're looking for... Mind you, you took that thing out so easily, you could probably survive Mercer's Pass. Yeah, no, actually, no, don't go that way. You'll probably end badly. And then you'll be blaming me. You'll be saying, oh, that stupid halfling, he sent us down here.
We'd probably be dead, so we wouldn't really blame you, would we? Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe you're like a magic type, so you can, like, curse people as you die or something like that. I don't know.
Absolutely. That's what we do. You wouldn't happen to know if there's any other settlements between here and Mirror's Reach, would you? It is so hard not to say Mirror's Edge.
Oh, look, head north far enough, you'll come to Golden Ford. That's the first place you'll find. They're pretty nice little town. I've been through there. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I've been through there. Yeah. It's all right.
All
right. Oh, cheers. Say hello to your missus for us.
Yeah, be careful.
You can see he's sort of patting his pockets going, oh, shit. Oh, sorry.
Right?
No, I don't suppose you can help me. I've lost something. I had
We're kind of in a hurry, but what?
I just had a rock in my pocket. Look, it's all right. Don't worry about it. It's not that, it's just a rock. I'll look around and find it. I like it. That's all.
I found his large rocks. What did it look like? He's good at finding them. He found this square rock that we. Anyway.
Oh, it's like, it's about this big, and it's sort of round, like, and yeah, it looks like a rock. Sorry.
Is it made of anything?
It's
I mean,
magic.
it's made of rock.
Yeah, sorry about that. It is made of rock.
Is it a magic rock, or is it a regular rock?
Is this like a sentimental rock?
You can see he's now he's doing sort of a survival tracking thing where he's trying to work out where the Diprotodon came from, following its footsteps back, and he's going, all right, so it chased me up here. Yeah, I can see. You see, it's been doing all this. It's dumped. It walked through. Oh, here it is. All right, and he reaches down and finds this little rock that he holds up and says, "No problem. Yep, found my rock."
Is there anything about it?
Does it look like a sending stone or something, or is it just a rock?
Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Ooh, 22.
It does look like a sending stone.
Interesting rock you have there.
Oh, yeah. I just found it by the road. I keep it. It's me lucky rock.
Can I do an insight check? Is he stupid? Does he know it's a sending stone?
Seems to be real lucky.
Actually, you know what? It's because I dropped it. That must
Maybe
be why.
It's a bad luck rock.
Yeah, I dropped it, and then the thing came after me.
I got you. Perhaps you should. You know what? We will accept the rock as payment if you don't want it.
Oh, no, this is... This rock is kind of dear to me. Like, my wife gave this No, I said I found it.
Oh!
I have to keep this. Sorry. It's... Yeah.
This guy's reminding me of someone.
Can I
Would
can
you
I
like us
see
to?
your rock briefly there, friend?
Oh, no, I'd rather hold on to it.
Can I make an
I
insight
won't.
check? I mean,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like-
give me an insight
Go
check.
after his rock.
Just want to hold
I
it.
retrieve my goanna, and I'm concentrating on the goanna while they do drift.
Woof,
Like,
that's a nat 1 on the insight check for
Oh, yeah,
Vitericus.
I was thinking 10.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like it's clear. He's changing his story in front of
Yeah.
us.
10 for Morsi. Yeah, he's definitely hiding something.
who's a good boy? You're a good goanna.
But you don't know how much. You don't... Yeah. It's possible everything he's told you so far has been a lie. It's possible just how he found this rock is a lie.
Good.
Can I have a crack at persuading him to give me the rock?
Well, you can say something to him.
Right, yeah.
and Then I might get you to roll for it.
Buddy,
Yeah?
we just saved you from a rampaging Diprotodon.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So it would only be fair since you did offer to give us compensation should you have any. And it seems that you have some.
We are going all the way to Mirror's Reach. We're probably going to need all the bloody luck we can get.
With Morzod's help there, give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
With
I
advantage.
just want to make my hand crackle with electricity again.
23.
You
Yeah!
Bad
Ooh,
cops.
wow.
Bad cops.
Bad cop is what we do.
Okay.
Bad cop,
He-
exasperated dad.
Looks at the four of you, looks over at the dead Diprotodon, looks back at you and says, all right, just, look, give me a moment with my rock, and bring it back to me when you come back, So, you see, he turns around and sort of
Take it for a trip.
holds it up to his face like this. And
While
then
he's walking, I just want to grab Vitericus and just be like, it's a sending stone, right? He's speaking to someone.
Oh, I thought it was his lucky rock. I rolled a 1 for insight. So,
Oh.
like, this is just this dude's lucky rock. Why do we care so much?
It's not a lucky rock, it's a sending stone, you moron.
Oh, a sending stone. Well, that's cool, but don't we need 2?
Yeah, who's got the other one? Who's he speaking to?
Yeah, but it's no good to us, right? If we've only got 1, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
question,
but I wanna know-
are you trying to keep this conversation quiet?
Yes. I pulled
Okay.
him aside. Quiet. Marcus yelling it.
It's whispering
Well.
and slapping each other in the background.
So, after the halfling has said his farewell to the rock, he turns back to Dagmar and says, "All right, here you go. Look, take care of little Rocky here."
Thank you. I will. What was your name again? Did you tell us?
My name is Eramon.
Aramon. We will look you back. We will look you up when we come back through this way.
Bring Rocky back to you.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone.
Where do you live exactly?
go.
We can drop it back off.
Take it for a
Oh,
walk.
Oh yeah, I'll find you, all right? You come walking down this way. Like I'm often walking around, like, I argue with my wife a lot, I guess. So, yeah, I'll find you.
Okay, buddy.
Seems
So we're gonna
reasonable to me.
go. And I'm going to put the rock in my pocket and walk briskly up the road because this dude is a lot.
Okay.
I forget.
He looks after you, looking a little like sort of, all right, what do I do now? But he's not doing anything other than just standing there.
And then I'm going to toss the rock to Aussie
Catch it.
because I have no idea what the fuck it is. It's like, you
Is
seem to
he-
want this, so...
Is he are we down the road now? Is he out of
Yeah.
sight?
Okay, yep. You walk on far enough that he doesn't seem to have moved since you.
Following us like Gollum.
Yeah, he's just sort of watching you disappear into the distance.
I'll have Glow do the owl thing and turn her head all the way around.
Glow just sees him go.
She glares at him.
waving wistfully.
So he's still just standing there as we walk away?
Yep.
So we've got a rock named Rocky now.
We do.
It's not a rock, it's a sending stone, obviously.
Well, you're welcome.
Great.
Yeah, no, that was a good little thing you did there. You and Vitericus have been practicing swindling people, haven't you?
I
don't
sort
know
of
what you
thought I
mean.
was being intimidating, but okay.
I mean,
Well,
you
you're
did have
very intimidating.
you did have a few inches on him. Like, he was scared.
Anyway, look, we did just bully someone out of their sending stone. I don't know who's on the other side, but that guy was shady.
He was, yeah.
Sorry, did
I-
Jane bit.
Look, I've heard stories of collectors in the area, so I'm not really trusting of people that we hear on the roads.
Would you like me to speak to the stone? See who's on the other side? I can be quite persuasive. I'll put
Let's
it
get
on
a
speaker.
It's an ice stone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'll
I
just
stand.
make sure we break the sim on the way out so we can't be tracked.
Yeah. I'm not completely adverse to that plan, but let's get a little further away from this area, perhaps.
Okay.
Make sure that Gollum isn't stalking us. Yikes.
Oh,
Never
I don't have
trust a
a bag.
halfling with a trinket.
Oh, we don't have a bag of holding either. Dang it.
We do not.
I only look at my spells.
As we're kind of walking, and as Aussie is looking at stuff, I'm going to have well, you tell me if we've got time for it. A quick chat with Zerasa.
Yep, you can go ahead.
Wonderful. Zerasa, my friend, we're about to head to the capital, right? The seat of the Genold Empire.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's where my lab was. Yeah.
Would you be adverse to us taking some of the ruins and sort of artifacts there as payment for getting you there, for us, going through all this trouble to help you, to help us?
Should
Vitericus!
clarify. Is this for everyone to hear?
I'm not
Vitericus?
hiding it necessarily
Okay.
because I'm thinking that perhaps Dagmar would like something to sell, or something to show for it, and possibly Morzod as well.
By the way, you're muted, Conman.
Sorry, yes, I am listening with interest.
Cool. And
But there's no-
Zerasa says,
I see why the mute.
well, I mean, if other people, well, I guess nobody needs it. I guess, are they all dead? Is that what we're assuming? Because that was
It's been
sad.
The Genold?
800 years.
Yes, it's been a
Yeah,
little
they're
while.
probably all dead by now.
It seems likely, I'm afraid.
I guess.
Old ages. It's all good.
All right.
If I-
Yeah, I don't really see why not.
If I may interject, it is a dig site falling under the jurisdiction of the Society and the Coruscant Academy. So anything we find belongs to them, not you.
Ah, but we are going to be the ones putting ourselves in harm's way to help our friend here.
Arm's
If
way.
you want to pick up a couple of plates to sell, you're more than welcome. Anything magical? Absolutely not.
Ah, but see, that doesn't make it worth my while, does it?
Then don't come.
Perfect.
Just wait outside of the ruins.
Oh no, I will stay in the next town over.
Oh, I wish you could stay in the next town, never believe. But we're gonna get a psychic snap if you do that, won't we?
Yes, we are. I think I have more hit points than you, though.
Whoa! Bit meta.
Whoa,
Is that the fourth wall?
on a scale of like out of 14, right now I'm at a 14.
But yes, I can wait you out. But no, that's fine. I'm just in the market for something that will offset the cost of this adventure.
You can't wait me out. You're a human. I live longer than you.
Well, that's true.
He's muttering
It's
to
fine.
himself.
I have permission from the Coruscant Academy, represented by Aussie here, to
You
pick up a
absolutely
few
do
plates
not have
on the way
permission
out.
from the
You
Coruscant
said I could
Academy.
pick up some plates on the way
You
out.
can have some plates. You absolutely can have some plates.
Wonderful, excellent. And Zerasa has said we can take some things, so that's fine.
Yeah,
So-
plates.
As you're having this conversation, the sides, the road has been weaving a bit. It's come to a part where you have a couple of embankments on either side, just small hills with some shrubs and trees and a few boulders on top of them. And it's right as you're going through the narrowest part of this that you suddenly see 5 figures appear, all pop up on the ridges around you. They're all humanoids. They all appear to be armed with weapons. There are bows and crossbows and a musket pointing at you. And one of them, a humanoid figure, but wearing a mask and with a long flowing cape, steps forward and says, "Well, hello, gentle beings. You talk, my friends Stone. Let's have a conversation." And that is where we're going to end today's session.
It was great. Oh, he was going to set us up to get highway robbed.
Or maybe not.
Oh my god.
Great.
So,
That's fine.
thank you to the players for playing. Thank you everyone who is watching. We will be back next week. Have a good week. Until then, see ya.